Was that your go, Clint Tank? Looked like you were trying to squish a mosquito.
That's our start.
No, you
That's
did
our
this. That's not a. That's not a. That's.
Oh, that's. All right. Well, what are we talking about today, Cassie? What are we talking about?
All right, today, one of the biggest scams in the nutrition realm that we've got going on currently is high protein, all the things. I hate it. I hate it so much.
So why do we hate protein?
No, didn't say I hate protein.
I like protein. I'm just saying I like it.
No, protein is good. We need protein.
I like my steaks and my rounded meals, my steaks, my potatoes, my veggie mac and cheese.
Oh, your veggie mac and cheese. Oh, God.
Mac and cheese is a vegetable.
No, it's not.
It comes out of the ground. Grain comes out of the ground. It's a vegetable. I don't care what she says.
And he's not talking like where I cooked a bunch of vegetables and I blended them up into like a cheese sauce to like hide veggies in my kids' mac and cheese, which parents that do that, like, I applaud you. But he's talking like straight out the box. Velveeta mac and cheese is a vegetable, and we have this fight all the time. It drives me insane because it's not anywhere close to being a vegetable. But anywho, back to the protein.
Okay.
I'm not anti-protein. I will tell you right now, I am one of the biggest people that will tell you need protein in your life. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter how you get that protein.
It's 1 gram per body fat, right?
Well,
I've heard 0.8 to 1 gram per body fat.
So right now,
per pound of body fat.
Everybody's big kick has been 1 gram per pound. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you should be eating 200 grams of protein in a day.
Why did you do this when you said that? If you weigh 200 pounds.
Maybe I was going to put somebody that weighed 200 pounds in the video.
You gestured to all of me.
I didn't say if you weigh. You gestured to all of me. How to Train Your Dragon. Anywho, it's been ingrained into our brains that you need 1 gram per body weight. And I use 200 because it's easy. Okay, I'll use 150. If you weigh 150 pounds, you need 150 grams. Okay. There have been a lot of scientific studies that are continuing to come out that say that honestly, there is no difference in somebody that consumes 0.5 to 0.7 grams per body weight versus the 1 gram per body weight.
Interesting.
In the sense of recovery, in the sense of muscle building, in the sense of...
Does that have to do with your workout, though, that you're doing? Because I just listened to a bodybuilder who said that he was talking about the differences in your body's uptake on protein if you gave an individual a shake of 25 grams of protein versus a shake of 100 grams of protein. The individuals, the theory was originally that if you had more than a certain amount, like say more than 25 grams or more than 30 grams or whatever, that your body would just flush it out because it couldn't actually absorb that much protein. Mm-hmm. But then in the study, they came out with that the 100 grams of protein, your body could absorb it, it just took longer. It was like almost like a long-acting absorption.
Yeah.
In that.
So there's been a lot of studies on timing, on whether or not if you do the 25 or 100 grams, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours after your training session, like how well your body absorbs it. But just general rule of thumb bodybuilders are an extreme, so I don't really like using them as an example because they do need more protein because they are breaking down and trying to actually like build.
So your protein intake, the recommendation is also based on what you're doing.
Yeah. So like general
health.
General health has been so ingrained that it's 1 gram when in reality it's not. It doesn't need to be that high. When in reality we as a general public can sustain everything that we need off of 0.5 to 0.7. So if you weigh 150 pounds...
Are you talking like people who don't really work out?
No, that's the average everyday, like me and you type of...
Excuse you.
Oh, you're not average. My badsies.
I am above the average in output.
But yeah, they're saying it doesn't need to be as high as 1 gram. But when you get into the bodybuilding realm and those kinds of Olympic athletes or major athletes that are performing in a specific sport for a specific reason, right? All of those people have nutritionists that are balancing what they need and tailoring what they need to them to make sure that they are performing at the highest.
So I think what you're saying is that the nutrition
at.
industry has once again put a one-size-fits-all metric on what should be a sliding scale of output.
Yeah, absolutely. Nobody's nutrition is exactly the same. Your nutrition is completely different from my nutrition, right?
Hence macaroni and cheese vegetables.
My nutrition is completely different from my best friend's nutrition. And it's not just because of our different heights or different weights or different exercise routines. It's because everybody's body and genetics play a giant role into nutrition. And so here we are trying to tell everybody that they need to eat so much protein that you have conversations with people at the gym all the time about how do I get more protein. As a nutrition coach, I also have people that come to me and they're like, I'm not eating enough protein. And so when I start having those conversations with people, I'm like, well, what are we eating? Like, give me an average day.
But also, what are you trying to achieve? Like, are you tired? Are you not recovering? Like, maybe you are eating enough protein and really you should be focusing on a different area.
Correct. Like, what are the underlying problems that you're trying to solve also? But I mean, when I generally talk to people about, well, give me an average day of what you're eating, and they go through their day and it's, I had eggs at breakfast, and then at lunch I had chicken, rice, and vegetables, and then at dinner I had a steak with potatoes and mac and cheese, right? Like, and when you hear that, you're like, you're not deficient in protein. You literally had protein at every single meal. So what the industry is telling you is that wasn't enough. So on top of your eggs, you also need to eat your protein waffles or your protein pasta, or let's blend up some damn cottage cheese and put it in your ice cream or your brownies, or like, why do we need to do that? We don't need to do that. We were all just doing just fine before this industry was like,
were we all doing just fine though?
I mean,
obesity rates are at the highest they've ever been in history in our country. And there's a lot of factors as far as like heart conditions and diabetes and other things like that, where I feel like, wouldn't you say that if people replaced more of the sugars with proteins, which if I'm understanding right from what I've heard, protein is a good way to curb cravings of sugar? Wouldn't, if we did that, if we say we told everybody like, hey, if you have just hypothetically, playing devil's advocate here, if I just said, hey, if you have a 1 gram per body fat, it will actually, in the long run, make it so you have less room in your stomach or less room in your digestive system, prompting you to eat more sugar? Is that maybe...
Well, so I
like
understand,
a roundabout way where we could get a healthier society.
I see where you're trying to go with it. And the problem is we as a society and marketing has taken it to a new step, right? So now when I walk down the grocery store aisles and you're in the frozen food section, Eggo now makes a protein waffle alongside their normal waffles, right? So it's a high protein, the price tag's higher on that, and everybody automatically sees, oh, protein waffles, like that's way better for me. What you're not looking at is how much protein is in that waffle versus just a regular waffle, and how many more calories are now in those waffles versus not in those waffles.
So if adding a protein waffle, you might only have 5 grams of protein in there, which is like next to nothing if you're 200 pounds like all of me. And but 5 grams of protein in there, but if it adds another 200 calories or 150 calories to what would be a normal 200 calorie waffle, and you're making it 350, now I've just gone over my allotment for the day in calories.
Yeah, same with...
For a 5 gram gain.
Same. Now we're also making protein chips. Protein...
Those don't sound very good.
They're not. They're disgusting. I had some. My dad bought them, and I was like, ooh, you spent the money. I'll try those. I was like, oh my, it tasted like legit chalk. It was disgusting. Oh. And it was like a cheddar.
Wasn't sour cream, onion, jalapeno, nothing like that?
No, it was just like a, like a cheddar-based tortilla chip, but it was chalky. It was so gross. But anyhow, you've got protein cookies.
Tastes so healthy.
Right? Protein Pop-Tarts, protein pasta,
Protein Pop-Tarts?
Yes.
I might need to find. Oh, I've seen those. Yeah, those taste terrible.
Yeah, I was going to say, you bought them.
Pop-Tart doesn't make them. There's
No.
a pastry brand that makes a protein pastry that's like a Pop-Tart.
But it doesn't matter. Everybody's
Because I love Pop-Tarts. I don't know about you guys, but at home, I love Pop-Tarts. I love the s'more Pop-Tarts and the cherry Pop-Tarts with the frosting. Don't eat them very much, because obviously they're no good for you. But
also, he can't buy them very often because our kids eat them. And then he doesn't get to eat them.
that's also true.
And he doesn't like sharing.
That's also true. But I've had the protein waffles. They were terrible. I'm sorry, protein waffles. Protein Pop-Tarts, they were terrible. They were like, I can't even describe. It's like if you crammed a doughy, weird protein bar, two of them together, and put some like fake, like purple filling in it. Like that's what it was. And I was just like, this is like, it's like doughy.
Gross.
It's like, like it was not good.
Yeah. So companies and marketing companies have jumped on board and they're like, they're all in. And I run a nutrition page and my feed is full of, let's make this high protein cheesecake with me, or let's make this high protein brownie.
To be fair though, you do add protein scoops to a lot of things. Like we make our own protein pancakes for the boys.
Yeah.
You add protein to your, like you make like a chocolate yogurt type breakfast thing where you add protein and then you add some like fruits and stuff like that, right?
So, but what I'm trying to say is it's not necessary.
Okay.
Because, so my yogurt that I add the protein powder to, that yogurt, I buy the Greek non-fat, right? So it's 100 calories for 17 grams of protein. 17 grams of protein is plenty in breakfast, especially when you look at...
So why do you add the protein then?
I do it because it makes me feel fuller longer.
So you're doing it as a modifier for your hunger to make it so you stay below your calorie count.
Yeah.
So then it goes kind of like, that's kind of what I was saying though.
Yeah,
about the...
but what I was trying to get to is when you're scrolling through social media and you see the let's make high protein brownies and let's make high protein ice cream and let's make high protein cheesecake and we're blending up cottage cheese to put in all of these things, we're still using some sort of sugar or sweetener to make it taste like a brownie. They claim it tastes just like a brownie. It does not. It does not taste just like a brownie. Blended up cheesecake with some sweetener and some toppings and calling it a cheesecake is probably like the closest you can get to like it being relatively close to the same thing you're trying to copy. But the problem is when we do all of those, we automatically are like, oh, well, this is healthier. I can eat more of it. When in reality, just because it's higher protein or we're swapping syrup for brown sugar.
I don't feel like that should ever be a thing. This is healthier. I should eat more of it.
But we think that, right? Like,
I mean, I guess I could see that, but it's like
a lot of our mindset is like
it's still calorie math.
Correct, but we don't.
Just,
but because we've been influenced and we've been made to believe that this is healthier for you, we equate healthier for you as lower calorie, when in reality, it has nothing to do with calorie count being healthier for you. It has to do with, hey, I swapped out honey for sugar instead, so it's more natural. Or I swapped out...
That reminds me of the old thing that they used to tell kids when they were trying to confuse them when they were young. It's like, hey, what weighs more, 5 pounds of rocks or 5 pounds of feathers?
Correct.
And then all the kids were like, well, rocks, because rocks are heavier. It's like,
yeah.
But they just told you it's 5 pounds of 5 pounds.
No, it's exactly what it is.
It's the same thing, but yeah.
The influencing realm of nutrition is exhausting because everybody is telling you high protein this or healthier swaps that. But in reality...
Everybody's just trying to make money off it.
Correct.
Don't hate on marketing, though. Marketing's my thing.
I know it's your thing. I've always hated on it. Even when it was your thing, before it became your thing, I've always hated it. But it just, we have to pay attention to those things.
Hatred of my mac and cheese.
So anywho, swinging into your, doesn't having more protein in your life curb your sugar cravings? So my initial response to you is no. And the reason that I want to say that is because we as a society have decided that, oh, I've had a hard day, I'm going to treat myself. Or I just ate all of my dinner, I'm going to treat myself. Or I'm celebrating, I'm going to treat myself. And what do we treat ourselves to?
Mac and cheese.
Maybe you. But sugar, right? Cake,
alcohol,
ice cream, wine, beer, all of those things. And I'm not saying any of those are bad, but as in dosage matters, right? High quantities of those things, yes, they are absolutely bad. In small doses, low quantities, those things are absolutely can be a part of your life.
I don't think they're still good for you. I think they came out recently and said that even a glass of wine is still bad for you now, which is like they were changing up the old, like, well, a glass of wine a day is actually good for you because of the resveratrol or whatever
Listen, that's all marketing.
Yeah, but so it came out recently that like, yeah, even a glass of wine for you a night is bad for you.
Well, no, correct. I mean, alcohol's always been.
But the argument is like everything in some moderation or non-moderation is bad for you.
Correct.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, is driving in a car bad for you? If you did it all the frickin' time and you were a sedentary, like that's all you did, like, yeah. Like, of course it would be.
Yeah.
But even in a small amount, is it bad for you? I mean, yeah, you kind of weigh in the fact that there's a small percentage chance that you could crash.
Yeah.
So it's bad for you. But we all tolerate it.
But what I'm saying is we have trained ourselves to crave that sugar. So if you talk to...
It's a reward for us.
Correct.
It's trained ourselves to it being a thing we view as a reward.
So when I started my weight loss journey, I cut alcohol Monday through Friday. And I told myself that I could only drink on Saturdays and Sundays.
I remember that. It was hard to be around you.
Stop it. And that eventually adopted into, I did that with sugar as well. And it wasn't that I said I couldn't have it Monday through Friday and I could only have it on weekends. I gave myself like, you can have some sort of sugar 4 times a week. And 1 cookie would count as 1 sugar. So if I had 4 cookies in one night, like I didn't have sugar the rest of that week, right? And what I found is after doing that for about a month, I actually no longer craved sugar except for certain periods of my life. And it was either when my cycle was coming. And typically they say that that's because you've got the hormone in fluctuations and that you become slightly deficient in something. And so your body is trying to recoup that. Or when I was really, really stressed out about something, and which is, again, my body's coping mechanism of trying to balance itself out. But when you stop treating yourself and rewarding yourself with those things daily, your body doesn't actually crave them. It's your mind that craves them.
It's the conditioning. It's the nurture of your nature.
You've taught yourself that that's what you do. Because that's growing up, that's what we did every day, every night. It was, well, did you eat your dinner? Yeah, okay, well, you can have ice cream. And so we have been taught and trained that we crave those things, when in reality, we don't crave them. We've made ourselves.
Our boys do it now. I mean, if I have 3 more bites, can I have ice cream?
Yeah. But I mean, in part of that...
I always go to you for that, too.
That's because I'm like, I'll look at their plate and I'll say, yeah, 3 more bites is good. And you're like, no, you have to eat it all.
No, I'm not like that. I'm not a Nazi
cycle
about this.
But
I just want them to have their protein. I know that like they didn't eat anything. Anyway, sorry.
But all I'm saying is,
didn't eat your mac and cheese all gone.
You didn't eat your veggies. Mac
exactly.
and cheese. But it's just, it becomes, but protein, The reason that everybody will tell you that protein will help curb your sugar cravings is because 1, protein is filling. 2, protein takes a lot longer for your body to break down, which if you're in tune with your body and your cravings and or your hunger cues, you don't get hungry. So, but if you're just somebody who mindlessly is eating while they're at their desk, or they're like, you know what, I want M&Ms, I'm gonna go eat them. Whether or not you're actually hungry, like those
Protein
things,
doesn't make a
it's not
difference.
gonna make a difference if you're eating a high protein diet versus a normal or low end protein diet.
So then I heard recently that the solution for that is specifically find an alternative to replace it instead of just trying to like stop it cold turkey. So like if you find yourself being one of those people who like bored eaters,
I used to be one.
and it's like if you're a bored eater, instead of saying like, well, I am no longer going to be a bored eater, just be like, okay, well, I'm going to replace my eating with something with lower calories that still tastes good, that I can do, that doesn't have as big of an impact.
Absolutely.
You're just basically just replacing, you're keeping the habit, but replacing what you're doing within the habit.
Yeah. So those things are really helpful. And you don't even have to, like if you're a bored eater, so I was a bored eater. And what I used to do at work is I would either not take anything and not keep any snacks in my desk at all. So that
You went strict.
Yeah. So I did that for a little while, and then I found myself, I would leave for my lunch hour and just go buy something, which defeated the whole purpose, right? So the other thing that I started doing was I would keep things that I knew I could eat like a handful of them here and there, and it would comfort my boredom, but also keep me on track, which was just low calorie stuff, like pretzels.
Yeah, just the replacement.
Popcorn, sometimes Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its.
And then I started keeping a lot of fruit and vegetables because I had a little mini fridge in my office. So I would keep fruits and vegetables in there. And people always thought I was crazy for snacking on bell peppers or oranges or whatever throughout the day. But
I would agree with you. I would agree with them, I should say.
But it helped, like the crunchiness of it is part of, I think, what satisfied my bored eating was I wanted something to like crunch on. Mm-hmm. But the other thing that I started doing was I would, on the days that I was hardcore not wanting to eat and maybe I had pretzels in my desk, is I would go for a walk. Like I would loop around the building like 1 or 2 times and then come back. And I found that movement also satiated my like boredom, because I got up, I changed my scenery. And yes, I know that that's not always a possibility for everybody, but it was just something that worked for me. But the other thing that I will tell people is if you enjoy having the snacks at your desk, is you can keep them. You just have to start paying attention and maybe limiting them, right? So like instead of eating a whole bag of M&Ms, maybe say I'm going to have 5. I can have 5 today, I can have 5 tomorrow, and I can have, right? Because now you're just changing that dose and you're still satisfying what you want, but now you're just keeping it in a realm of
moderation and control. Interesting. So I think the point of this is don't believe the hype, don't believe the marketing.
Also, quit blending cottage cheese and putting in my damn desserts.
I mean, so no cottage cheese and desserts.
I hate it.
Don't believe the marketing. Velveeta mac and cheese is better than Kraft mac and cheese.
No, Kraft mac and cheese is the best. It's also not a vegetable. Anywho, carry on.
And so I think that's pretty much it. I think we got through Cassie's rant. Cassie probably feels better. I will be sending you the bill for this therapy session.
Okay.
And yeah.
Well.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll see you on the next one.